Welcome to what I am sure will be a very hectic series on the channel. I am Gallon, and this is Pokemon Uranium. Now, this is not going to be a normal playthrough. For this is going to be a randomized Nuzlocke. My first one. So let's jump into it. Proceed anyway? Yes, let's do it. Let's just jump into it. Nuzlocke go. Okay, so Dupe Claws, Pokemon of any species you already caught don't count as an encounter if you run. Okay, that's an interesting thing to note. Sorry about that, I had to take care of my kitty. It's being a little pest, as always. You know what, we're going to keep this on. Shiny Claws. You can catch shiny Pokemon if they aren't your first encounter. Well, seeing as how it's just like in every Pokemon game, shiny Pokemon are extremely rare, so I don't see why we should turn this off. Randomizer, yes. You start as well as all wild and trainer Pokemon will be randomized. Awesome. Disable healing items in battle? Yes. Now, when I first picked up my copy of Pokemon Blue back in the day, I really didn't use potions in battle a lot to begin with. So for me, this isn't really going to be as much of a problem. No, we're not disabling Pokemarks. That's maybe a little bit too hardcore for this run. You know what? We will put on some old school poison. Now, it says in the first few games, which I'm assuming is Pokemon Red, Blue, or Green, depending on which region you're talking about, and Yellow. And in these three games, poison was very brutal. Insanely brutal, more so than it is now. Anybody who's never played the original Pokemon games, trust me, go back, find the original versions, encounter some poison. It will definitely annoy you to no end. Now, anything else? I would not put on challenge mode, just because what this mode does is, no matter the type of Pokemon you encounter, the EXP will always remain at the same, thus making it harder to level. So let's start. Warning, randomizer mode greatly affects the balance of the game. Yes, yes it does. That is the point of doing it. In the spirit of fairness, all online features will be disabled for this save. That is fine. Are you sure you want to play the game with these settings? Yes. Oh, hello, who's there? Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Bambo, or Bamboo. Yeah, I guess they're trying to keep with the tree theme for the professors in this game. But if you find that hard to pronounce, you can just call me the Pokemon Professor. You know what? I'll make it even simpler and just call you the Professor. Yes, I am the kid applying for the job. Now, one interesting thing is that this professor, unlike the standard Pokemon games, like say Professor Oak, for example, hasn't actually gone out and studied all the wild Pokemon and is some great Pokemon genius. So he employs children to do his work for him. So, no information needed, thank you. Oh, it's a cute Newton. Owlton, I think. Or is Owlton the evolved for? I can never remember. I think this is a Hooten. Now, the original 3 Pokemon that you get for, well, Professor is explaining everything in stereotypical Pokemon fashion. The 3 starting Pokemon is a Electux. The 3 is a Steel Grass Cat, a Electux, which is a Electric Water Horse, and a Fire Dragon, or a Fire Flying Dragon, or just Fire Dragon. But since with the randomizer on, we could get anything. Hopefully we don't get screwed over and get some pretty tough to catch Pokemon for the first few areas, because that'll make this run very difficult and a short run. So yeah, unlike Professor Oak, who, yes, you do supposedly his quote-unquote assistant, this particular professor mainly studies Pokemon elements, not particularly like being knowledgeable in all things Pokemon like Professor Oak is supposedly, but still needs to rely on children to do field work for him. Every Pokemon has a specific elemental type, and each type has its own strengths and weaknesses. But why do they exist? Are there new types we haven't discovered yet? But I'll tell you more at your first day on the job. See, all this kind of makes it feel more like an interview rather than just, you know, like an off to the side, you know, breaking the fourth wall type of moment, which is really great. So we get 3 types of Pokemon. Now I do know in Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon you get only male or female and 3 specific skin colors. Not really a big fan of that. I actually like this a little bit better because each of the 3 characters has a different, unique look to them, not just skin color. That's not important to me. This, however, does make you feel like your character is a little bit more unique. Let's choose you. I like your look. Very, very energetic. And I like this word. Very nice. Let's go with her, for example. Now, one thing I must say I do like about this game, one thing that I wish the Pokemon Company or Game Freaks, or whatever they're calling themselves these days, would incorporate, and that is an actual storyline. I'm sick and tired of saying, oh, collect X amount of Pokemon, fight these 4 people, get nothing for it. Oh, and there's this evil team soup you have to fight for no other reason than they just impede your progress. In this game, you kind of want to stop for the events, because the events are part of the actual storyline. And I like that. I like the fact that this has an actual storyline. So let's name our character. We'll call you Sakura. There we go. Now, I am also using a controller through Controller Companion, so if my lock cycle seems to be a little slow, that's why. It's going to take a little bit to get it fully going. Now, I will, in each episode, be putting the rules for this particular Nuzlocke in the description. Now, one interesting thing to note is that since this has the rules built in, you have to stick with them. Unlike other Nuzlockes, when people are doing like the official games, yeah, there's more of self-imposed rules. These are rules that are going to be a part of the actual game. 10 years ago. Okay, so I'm Akira. Okay, I forgot to put in the S. Well, we'll just run with it. Akira's family lived in Bell Beach City, the largest city in Talord. Their father, Kalen, was a brave and talented Pokemon Ranger. Their mother, Lucille, was a brilliant scientist and expert in nuclear energy. Although they both worked demanding jobs, they always found time to spend at home with their young Akira. I'm just going to run with it. Why not? Is this, what would you say is there for the hell of it? The Talord region was at peace, and Lucille's company was working on a form of clean energy that would change the world. Isn't this how all these like disaster movies and monster movies starts out? The world at peace. Humanity thought it would be a good idea to test human powers on humans, creating monsters to benefit the world. It was an ordinary day at the nuclear power plants where Lucille worked. As part of a routine inspection, they brought in specialists to take a look at the electrical system. Cameron, have you finished your diagnostics? Yes, I have. Everything seems to be working perfectly. The generator you designed really does the job well, Lucille. Excellent. If everybody has finished their work, we'll break for lunch. Boss, you might want to take a look at this. Strange. The temperature readings are far higher than normal. Either we need to reset the thermometer or the reactor is leaking a massive amount of heat. It can't it can't be the thermometer. I just checked that. So there must be a breach in the reactor. At this temperature, in just a few minutes, we'll have a total meltdown. Everybody needs to evacuate now. Oh god, I am just winging it with these voices here. Lucille, you have to leave too. Dot dot dot. Lucille! With Cameron's help, all of the scientists were able to escape unscathed. Except Lucille. She was never seen again after that day. The radiation leaking from the broken reactor made the surrounding area unstable for many years, following any attempt to try and search for her. The loss of his wife had a profound effect on Kylan. His personality changed. He became cold and dedicated to his job. In time, he got promoted to chief of the Tandor Pokemon Rangers. However, he became too busy to care for his child. So, young Akura was sent to live with their elderly aunt in Moki Town. 10 years pass. Auntie's health waned. Supporting a child was too much work for her. Fortunately, Ernest Bambo, the local Pokemon professor, was looking for a research assistant. 2 kids from Moki Town applied. Akura and their childhood friend Theo. It was common for youths of a certain age to receive a Pokemon and travel the region as a Pokemon trainer. So it's like, is this just always been like a rite of passage into adulthood in the world of Pokemon? I mean, I never got this. Like, when they're like 14 or so, here's your first Pokemon, now go and become a Pokemon trainer. Seriously, is this just like an accepted, like, ritual performed in the world of Pokemon, where young teenagers go out in the world and prove their adulthood by becoming a Pokemon trainer? I don't know. And so, Akura's journey began. Akura, come downstairs. You are late. Geez, Mom, I'm coming. Well, at least we have a nicer computer and a much nicer TV. Don't have a stupid GameCube using a GBA as its controller. And a nice wall-mounted flat screen. Man, Auntie, you are loaded. But then again, you know, your stepbrother or brother, you know, you are the sibling and half-sibling of 2 prominently wealthy people in Talord. A prominent scientist and chief of the Pokemon Rangers. Akura. Akura, sweetie. Today's your big day, isn't it? I can't help but feel glum seeing my little one all grown up and leaving home. Oh, if only these old bones could do more so that I could support us both. But we both know you're ready for this, you and that boy Theo. Always following in your footsteps, that one. You've always been so capable. But I wonder about him. He is younger after all. I am sure his father Cameron wouldn't allow him to go unless he was sure. Anyway, to celebrate your big day, I got you a present. Awesome, we got a present. Go ahead and open it. Alright, we get the running shoes already. This is awesome. To run, hold Z. You can toggle auto run in the menu. Oh, don't mind me, sweetie. I'm just emotional, old lady. If only your father were here right now. Well, I'm sure he's proud of you too. And I'm positive you'll run into him during your adventure. Now, I shouldn't keep you any longer. Say hi to that nice Professor Man for me. The Professor Man. He is now Professor Man. Yes, I will say hi to Professor Man for you. And if you don't mind stopping by again after you get your first Pokemon, I'd love to see it. Good luck, sweetie. Wow, we just started and we're leaving the home of our elderly aunt, whose health is in bad condition. We find out that our mother just became part of a nuclear disaster at a power plant. Nobody has seen her for 10 years. They can't search for her. And your father has essentially just, become a manic depressive. He is depressed. He's using his, he's turning to his work to keep his mind off of things. That is a real thing, actually. A lot of times when people do get kind of depressed and they don't want to think about it, they will turn to something like work. They'll become like workaholics, just anything to avoid the situation. So already, not only do we have a story, but it's also a very just wow story already. Oh, Akura, you're leaving home, right? Here, have this. It'll help you on your journey. Don't eat it yourself. Ooh, we got us a nice little rare candy. It's a lot better than obtaining a potion at the beginning. Speaking of which, let me see. I don't remember if the potion in the starting PC here gives you... The starting potion in the beginning of the game gives you a PC. Oh, words are already failing me. And we do have as a potion. Cancel. 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 Now, to be honest, I am actually getting a little excited because I know what the 3 starters are. And everything is random, so I know most of the Pokemon in this game, and the creator of it did a good job with putting in well over 100 original Pokemon into the game.
Hey, wait up!
Where do you think you're going, huh? Are you trying to get to the lab before me so you can get the better Pokemon? Well, that ain't gonna happen because I'm gonna get the strongest one first. Try to keep up, Akura. Now, as I was saying before, you were interrupted by Theo. The creator really does show how you can create a whole new Pokemon game without relying on creating Pokemon out of things like chandeliers, ice cream cones, and bags of garbage. Seriously, those are like the worst freaking ideas ever. And you have to be hitting the bottom of the barrel if these are your new Pokemon. Um, just that is one of the Pokemon that we can get. That's one of the Pokemon. These three right here are the three actual starters. But since it's randomized, I'm kind of excited because we don't know what we're gonna get. Hey, if it isn't Akira and your friend Tommy, was it? Honestly, Pops, can't you even remember my name? It's Theo. Theo. Right, Theo. You're just in time. Today is a very special day for both of you. It's your first day at work as as field research assistants at Bamboo Pokemon Research Labs. Your job will have you traveling across Tandor, observing and catching many different kinds of Pokemon to help me with my research on Pokemon elements. I have 3 Pokemon here that will aid you in your journey, dude. Like, totally gnarly, right? Like, I can just... It's just his character, he just gives off that surfer dude attitude. Before you get your starters, though, you both will take the Pokemon Trainer Aptitude Test. Test? I didn't study for no test. I thought you were gonna give us a rare, powerful Pokemon. Now, little dude, simmer down. Now, I'm just gonna add the buzz because I just cannot imagine him without the surfer lingo strapped in. It's not that kind of test, little man. It's not one you have to study for either. It's just a way to determine what kind of Pokemon trainer you will be. Different starter Pokemon are better suited for different battling styles. A starter Pokemon will be your lifelong partner, little dude. So it's important for you to work well together. Well, yeah, I get it. Enough talking. I want to get my Pokemon. Jeez, kid. You're not very patient, are you? Alright. If you want to know more about what's on the test before we begin, you can talk to my aide. Now. Akira, are you ready to take the Tandor Aptitude test student? Yeah, I am. Excellent. So, without further ado, when you encounter a new kind of Pokemon in the wild, what is your first reaction? Now, I have no idea how long I've been recording for thus far. To be honest. So, looks like we've been going for about 30 minutes already, mainly because of the whole setup at the beginning. So this one will go on for a little bit longer. I'm going to at least get to the next town and get our first caught Pokemon. Then I'll end the episode off. So let's see here. These normally attain to the three. The top one is your fire dragon. This one is the grass metal kitty, which is really cute, which is what I usually get because I have a cat of my own. And this one is for the water electric horse. Let's go with the middle. It's not gonna matter. Everything's randomized. I'm really excited to see what we get. So excited. I am really hoping it's something decent. Okay, next question then. Which of these TMs would you prefer to teach your Pokemon? Protect. I'm just going to go straight down the middle with these answers. Hey, Professor. What's a TM anyway? Well, I'll tell you later, little dude. Let's move on to the next question, shall we? Yeah, Theo, if you're having to ask what these are while wanting a Pokemon, then you are too young for this. Which of the following Pokemon would win in an all-out battle? Again, I'm just going with the second one, just because it doesn't matter at this point. They're all random. Is it possible to fail this test? No, it's not, little man. Now this is your final question. So answer it honestly. What is your motivation for becoming a Pokemon trainer? This one? Yeah, this one? Yeah. Let's do this one. To be honest, even when I first started, I first found this game and I first got to this question, the second and third answers honestly were the ones that I was torn between choosing, because like making new friends, like making new friends, getting out, capturing all the Pokemon, and also exploring the region, because this, when I first started, was a completely new game. So I just can't wait to get out and see what's there and what the game has to offer. No question about it. I'm gonna be a Pokemon master. And nobody's gonna stand in my way. Dude. I dig your spirit, kid. Well, that's it for the Talord aptitude test, dude. Now let's see. Okay, I finished my analysis. I don't know why I'm keeping on going into that voice, but whatever. These are the shadows for the first three. Now you see the first one where the little cute kitty is. That's the one I would have chosen if this weren't randomized. So let's see what I get. I'm excited. Come on, please be something good. Please. Even if it's not that powerful, please be something that I want. Let's see. Patience and endurance are your biggest assets. And actually that is true in real life. I am very patient, and I do put a lot more work on myself to get something done. Instead of just being like the dragon there, which is just overwhelming power, or the horse, which is more based on like buffering and building up speed and stuff. Just patience and exactly. You know, the best things in life come to those who wait, and that is true to a point. For a defensive trainer like you, Orchinks is the best pick. Now, to be honest, I would not be. I would actually be pretty happy if Orchinks was my starter. But this is a randomizer, so it might actually change. Oh, come on, don't freeze. Okay, good. Just slowing down. Okay, let's see if this is actually going to be an Orchinks. Come on. Talord. Oh my god, a Talord. Yes. Oh, this is a very powerful ground Pokemon already. Oh man. You're a male Talord with 2 heads. Oh, what to name you? What to name you? Oh my god. Okay, this is gonna be stupid, but I don't care. I've been watching PB over on PBG's Let's Play, watching PB and Jeff with their Pokemon Nuzlocle randomizer for Leaf Green, and PBG or Austin said something very very truthful about these games. Is that if you think too hard about the names, they usually end up coming out a lot more terrible. But you don't want to go with something too meany. So I'm gonna go with the twin beaks. Yeah, if you notice, sometimes the number doesn't register. That's probably because I'm using a wireless keyboard, and I probably need to replace the batteries in it, which is why my name is not Sakura. Twin beaks. Oh man, a Talord. This, I must have gotten something mixed up. Oh my god, that's awesome. He actually responds to the randomizer in game. That is awesome. I've never done this randomizer. This is my first Nuzlocke randomizer, and I'm glad I chose this game because even Professor is reacting in game to this. This is awesome. I'm just so much more excited now about doing this. Hey, I'm tired of waiting. I could have got their starter already. When do I get mine? I'm done analyzing your I'm done analyzing your results, Theo. Now, hopefully, because this, now hopefully by the time this goes up, I will have found a program, or at least one of my own video programs that I have to insert the borders for the Pokemon, for the Pokemon run. If not, oh well. Well, you certainly know what you want in life. You're impulsive, impertinent, and care mostly about your own desires. But I see something else. Could it be the seed of greatness? The potential to transform yourself, little man, completely. Or maybe it's just that you're so young, I can't tell. Regardless, for a trainer like you, little dude, Electux is the best pick. Ooh, man. I hope he does not get Electux, because I might actually lose my first battle. This may be a 1-episode series that I post. We will see. Pops, this doesn't look like an Electix. Oh my god, this is awesome. I'm sorry, I'm nerding out right now, but this is awesome because of the randomizer. What the? I mean, yes, I decided to deviate a bit from the standard starters selection process, that is. You two enjoy your new Pokemon. I'm going to... Akira, you have a Pokemon, and now I have a Pokemon too. You know what this means, right? We have to battle. Oh please, not in the lab! Oh my god, see, I love this. I love, like, no other... Like, every time you fight, like, your first intro battle, the professor does not even give a shit if you fight, that you're fighting the Pokemon in the lab. That is awesome. The Theo does anyway. I say one of the bigger, like, minor things I think that should be fixed in, like, a future update is to have your character also kind of age. As you play through the game, you'll definitely notice Theo's character aging and growing older. Rival Theo wants to battle. Oh, a minion. Nice. So we got double hit, scratch, sand attack, and growl. We're gonna use double hit. Oh, I forgot he has Bleach Life. That just means it'll make the battle a little bit more slow, I guess. Let's see here. Let's use the scratch and just see how much damage that yields. Oh, I can't believe I got this Pokemon right. This is a pretty awesome Pokemon. A lot of the moves that it gets later on are pretty awesome. Let's see here. Let's go with double hit again. Now you're going to notice that some of the text is kind of messed up. That's because when I installed it, it said to do something with text files. I wasn't paying attention, so I'm not sure where to find the files to move to get the text appearing 100% properly. And yes, I did put in old school poison, so this is just going to be brutal. Ooh, oh my god, I won. I won. Nice. Give me that experience. Thank you. What? But I was supposed to win. Yeah, whatever. I'll give you props though. Minion is a pretty nasty Pokemon. I'm just glad he didn't decide to poison me from the beginning. I would have probably lost. But how? I'm supposed to be the best trainer ever. That's impossible. Good trainers never lose. I... Please don't cry, Theo. Here, I'll call your Pokemon for you. What? I was supposed to be an unbeatable trainer. How can I win? I really wanted to win. Well, between your starter and Ukras, there has a type advantage. Actually, Professor, if Theo had used his minion's poison and leech life from the beginning, I would have lost. Water beats fire, fire beats grass, and grass beats water, and blah blah blah. Yes, the basic routine, Professor, we know. Sorry, kid, you don't get a do-over. I'm going home. Fine, fine. Go, go, shoo, shoo. Yeah, I'm not judging him. I mean, Minion is a really decent Pokemon. Especially now that I've got the old school poison turned on. If he had just poisoned me from the beginning, he would have won. He would have won. Old school poison is nasty. Oh, I might live to regret that. I might see a Pokemon or two die because of it. So now let's come on in here. There we go. Turn run on. Yeah, if you notice how things are a little laggy, yeah, it's just because I'm using run and I'm also using a controller. So that's gonna be the reason why you're gonna notice it a little bit. Yeah, it's not too bad. What did you say to my son? He ran upstairs crying and locked the door behind him. You won't tell me what's wrong or come downstairs. What are you talking about, Cameron? I just saw him talking to you before running upstairs. So obviously he came down, or just, you know, you're just commenting on what has already, you know, the current thing that we all saw. Oh, so that's how it is. So he got the weaker starter, and you beat him in a battle. I see. That explains it. A harsh lesson, to be sure, but losing is as much part of being a trainer as winning. He had his heart set on this day being perfect, so losing right off the bat is somewhat of a shock. Still, crying won't solve anything. That's something he has to learn. Oh boy, hopefully he will eventually learn it. Theo, come downstairs right now, young man. Theo, you can't cry every time you lose a battle. That's just part of being a trainer. But it's not fair. I got the better starter in me. No, I'm never gonna win. Then you'll have to catch more Pokemon to balance out your team's weakness. Besides, a well-raised Pokemon can still win even at a disadvantage. There's no sense in giving up before you even begin. This is this is a very real lesson to learn for everybody, no matter how old you are. If there is something you really want to accomplish in life, you will never know if you're able to do it unless you take that first step. Just get out there and whatever you want to accomplish, just try it. And just like Theo learned, you're not going to always start out at the top. You're not going to start out at, being some, great person or having some great things in life just handed to you, and you're going to fall. But as long as you just keep trying, even when you fail, you can at least hold your head high and say, I at least tried. I put forth the effort to accomplish, or at least take the first steps in accomplishing what it is I wanted to accomplish. Just about ever since YouTube started, I thought, wow, this would be a great platform for me to share my love of video games. And here we are, 10 years later, roughly, and I'm just getting started, and I can admit it's not easy. But, it's okay. I'll find my way, and I will find my own thing, and I'll keep pushing forward. It doesn't matter to me if, I have people who are going to hate me, who are going to, say whatever they want to say. Because the important thing is that I'm putting forth the effort. I'm not turning tail and running. And Theo's father is right. Now, Theo, I won't always be around to pick you up when you're feeling down. So try and be strong for yourself, okay? Again, these are some very, very, very harsh truths. Very, very real things that everybody needs to take into consideration in life. You're not going to always have somebody to pick you up when you fall. And it's hard sometimes to do that. And it's not the place for everybody else in society to coddle you, to pat you on the back and say, there. You need to be strong and just move on and deal with it appropriately. Please be patient with my son. He looks up to you, Oh, I nearly forgot. Akira, Theo, I have something for the both of you. That, like a present? Yes, exactly. Akira, your father, Kylan, sent me these and told me to give them to you both when you begin your journeys. I'm sure it will come in useful, it will be useful. A Pokepie. What's that? That is a high-tech device. That is a high-tech device that's indispensable for Pokemon trainers. It plays music and includes a map of the region. Most importantly, it can contain a phone that will allow you to stay in touch with each other and other trainers. Cool. Hehe. I got the red one. It's cooler than yours. I'm gonna go meet the professor by the edge of town. I'll be the first to catch a Pokemon. Bye, Dad. Keep up, Akira. Well, we'll talk about dramatic turnaround. He's always bounced back quickly. Yeah, he reminds me of a specific YouTuber, but that's okay. I kind of like that. It makes for very interesting gameplay. Akira, you don't want to keep the professor waiting, so you should get moving too. I won't see you or Thea again for some time. You see, I'm starting my new job soon. I'm supervising the construction of the new power plant Epsilon. Perhaps I'll see you there in time. After all, it's the last place Lucille was ever seen. Best of luck to you in your journeys. Woo, alrighty then, this episode has gone on for far longer than I had expected, and we still haven't even caught our first Pokemon. So, but we had us a Talord, which in time will become a very awesome Pokemon. And I will see you all on the next episode. Like, subscribe, share, and on the next episode we will be catching our first Pokemon and hopefully advancing to the next town. Hopefully we can get something good. See you later.